Hello everyone. How's it going? Great. I know it's rocking. Let me ask one question. And I request, please raise hands. Have you faced any kind of problem last week? Maybe this week? I cannot see hands. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Great. Let me ask one more question. How many of you hate problems? Can we have hands? All? Even I hate problems. I don't like I don't like problems. What if I tell you bigger is the problem, bigger is the breakthrough, isn't it? So today we'll live, we'll talk, we'll remember only three words: disrupt, discover, and design. But why? But why? Because everything starts with disruption. Every scientist starts with what? Disruption. Every inspiring artist will start with what? Disruption. Any entrepreneur will start with what? Disruption. That too, not with comfort, not with convenience, but a pure problem. Now, is problem an invitation? Can you tell me? Do you think is problem an invitation? Can somebody raise hands? My eyesight is weak. Anyway, see, have you ever realized that when we face problem, how we react? Why me? Why I'm getting this problem? Every time I have to face this problem. However, successful person, how he or she will react. Successful people, they say, wow, problem, new learning. Let me see what I learned from this problem. Let me see what this problem is trying to teach me. Isn't it? Hell, lot of difference. Why? Different perspective, different approach. But the question is, why? My dear friends, it's all mindset. Mindset changes, everything changes. Let me share one real story with you. It's mine only. There was a time when I told everyone, I want to make films. Any guesses? What was the response? Many smiled politely. Many laughed at it. Many thought I've lost my mind. Few told me, film industry, you, impossible, forget it. Have you also faced this kind of situation? Can we have hands? Anyone? Where you have heard words like, you can't do it. Your dream is too big. You're not practical. Stay safe. If you have, ladies and gentlemen, many congratulations. What you were thinking, believing was actually meaningful. Now, let me share one experiment with you. It was done in US. Renowned psychologists They got one aquarium with a divider. Divider was made up of transparent wall so that fish will not be able to cross it. She will hit that wall. Same thing was happening, obviously. Fish wasn't able to swim properly and she used to hit the wall and turn back. Now, eventually, after 3-4 hours, what they did, they removed that wall. After removing, they thought now fish will be able to swim properly. She will not hit the wall. But they were surprised. What exactly happened? Moment fish reached that same point, she turned back. Can you imagine? Fish was hallucinating. Fish could see that wall, but there was no wall. Isn't that true for us? Don't we have invisible walls created? Don't we have invisible barriers which are not true? But for us, they exist. Same thing was happening here also. There is a famous saying, few prisons are not made up of walls, but beliefs. Now the $1,000,000 question is, how can we overcome disruption? Can we overcome? Of course, we can overcome. There has to be a scientific technique. Yes, there is. Learning, the first one. Why learning? Because no expert was made in one day. Even they have learned it. First speech was awkward. First film had flaws. First song misses few notes. So we have to learn, obviously. So if we focus on learning, for sure, we can overcome disruptions. Now the next technique, change. Today we were talking about changing is very important. Changing attitude is very important. Can we change? Of course, we can change. There are multiple techniques available. Reset technique, we were talking about. Reset technique. Every morning, if we get up, stand in front of mirror and say, I can do it. I am improving. I'm the best, for sure. Our attitude can change and will change. Then, if we see that story, the fish one, aquarium, we can learn one thing. There is saying that we should learn from other mistakes. What fish she was not trying? She was not trying again and again. She lost hope. She could see that barrier. But if she would have tried again and again and again, we call that iteration. It's a very core principle of agile methodology. With the help of agile methodology, we can reach our goal. We can succeed. Iteration. Try again and again and again. We will succeed. Now we have learned that how can we overcome disruption? By learning, by changing our attitude. What else? Ladies and gentlemen, environment. Today, a gentleman was saying, what you will choose, success or happiness? I'll choose happiness. Because if I'm happy, I'll succeed. I'll perform better. Same goes here. Environment should be good. Environment should be healthy so that we remain joyful. We remain happy. If the environment is bad, how can I learn? I'll not be able to. How can I change my attitude? I'll not be able to. So environment, we should be surrounded by positive people. I always say, good company is very important. If you're surrounded with winners, you will win. If you're surrounded with people who always remain happy, you will remain happy. You will be joyful. And if you're happy, obviously, we'll perform better. If you perform better, we'll succeed in everything. So that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting me here. And as I always say, enjoy your life on the rocks. Thank you so much. Love you all. Thank you.